Welcome to another episode of The After Set with your host, Wallace Garner III.
Hello, this is Tasha Simakula with LouisvilleGospel.com, also known as Butterfly, and we're here with the one and only Wallace Garner at Jazzy Blue. How you doing today?
Nice seeing you again.
Yes, it's been about 2 years since the last time we had an opportunity to sit down and talk to you.
Maybe 3.5. I've been counting.
3.5? I don't know about 3.5 now. I think maybe about 2. Maybe about 2. Okay.
You have the microphone.
So I see that there's a show that's getting ready to go off of Mr. Stacy Mitchhart, who has been here before, and you have brought him back. And basically, this is an opportunity for us to sit down and talk to you a little bit about what has happened since the last time that we had the interview, see some things that's going on. I think it kind of blew up a little bit since the last time I talked to you.
Well, with your help, and the grace of God, of course. Things have went pretty good, I must say. We have expanded. Last time we did not talk about concert promotions, so we've gotten into concert promotions now. And Mr. Mitchhart, I brought him here. This is probably the 4th time. He has a big following here in Louisville. We've got Walter Beasley scheduled to come November 2nd. I've had Jeff Bradshaw here, Urban Jazz Coalition, many others, D. Lucas, Tony Exum Jr., I've got a lineup next year bringing Cindy Bradley here March 1st. So we've got contact with a lot of the good jazz artists. And like I said in the early interview, I want to bring jazz back to Louisville.
Well, I think you're doing that. No doubt about it. Now, I know the last time we talked, you were still doing your show, the After Set at WLOU. So how has that been going?
Well, I tell you, when LOU went to FM 104.7, that really helped because there's nothing like jazz on the FM, But though we survived on the AM, and it sounded good, but jazz on the FM, we're picking up even more of an audience. And with the help of Facebook, we've got an after section on Facebook, and many of those people are here tonight. So things are really going good, and it's just picking up. It's picking up real well.
Now there's a little group on Facebook. It's called Jazz in the Basement. Am I correct?
Yes.
So tell us a little bit more about that, because I know I get an opportunity to see some of the posts that come on that particular page.
But Jazz in the Basement, it's a national thing.
Okay.
It's probably 3,000 or 4,000 members of Jazz in the Basement. So when you post on there, people from all over the country see it. And those are real diehard jazz people. I mean, they post, Dizzy Gillespie's, Duke Ellington's, and all jazz, all forms of jazz, traditional, contemporary, smooth, all the type jazz is on there. And so we have people here in Louisville that's on Jazz in the Basement, so they see my posts when I post. I generally mostly post my concerts on there, and I want people around the nation to know what we're doing here in Louisville.
Well, I mean, you're just growing by leaps and bounds, and I'm just glad that we have another opportunity to sit down and talk to you.
You're watching LGTV, your high definition media channel. High definition media channel. High definition media channel.
Paying the cost to be the boss.
So tell me a bit more about your company. Is it Bread Entertainment? I got that correctly? Bread Entertainment. And tell me a little bit more about that.
We're about to launch a recording studio and my own record label because I want to kind of produce some jazz also. And with Bread Entertainment, I do stand-up comedy and educational components also. So we're throwing the gamut at the city right now. So
you do stand-up? You invite comics to come in?
Oh, I do stand-up comedy, but
Well, it's obvious that you're a man of many talents. The fact that you do stand-up comedy, you have the after set that comes on WLOU on a regular basis, and also you're an educator. I know that's something that we talked about last time. So how are your students doing?
Real good right now because they're not with me since it's the summer, and I'm doing real good myself. School is about to start soon, and I look forward to another challenge. Each year is a challenge. So I look forward to another challenge this year. I'm going into my 17th year teaching, so it's always a challenge, always something different, and that's the beauty of education. Each day is different, and you don't know what's going to happen from day to day.
Now, I know since you're a connoisseur of jazz, that's so obvious. Do you have an opportunity to kind of intertwine that with the lessons that you teach in your classroom?
Absolutely. While the kids are working, I usually have some jazz playing. And there's kids that used to be in my class that are grown who hit me on Facebook and asked me, you still listen to jazz? You still play jazz for your students? And they've become appreciative of jazz because of that. And it's a cultural thing. You know, jazz is a culture. It's the first American art form. It's an original American art form. And blacks started it. So we need to be proud of that music.
So why do you think that it's important that that connection to the jazz culture, because that seems to be something that you really focus on by bringing all these acts here and in Jazzy Blue? It's getting packed in here right now, and also continuing to provide that music on the after set. Why do you think that it's important that Louisville stays connected to that jazz culture?
When growing up in Louisville, and most people in here did, it was a great jazz culture and the jazz population and a lot of jazz shows. Well, that fell off over the years, mainly basically due to no jazz station. But people didn't stop liking jazz. And so I would often hear over the years, you know, somebody would start a station, would somebody bring more groups in town. So I had the opportunity, the Lord provided an opportunity for me to do that. And so, you know, it's been hitting the ground running and try to keep it moving.
I'm telling you, so now it's just like you're just adding a little bit more culture to the city. And so maybe about 10 years down the road, we can talk about how Bread Entertainment was a major player in regards to developing the jazz culture here in Louisville.
Hopefully so. Hopefully we're still rolling strong then 10 years from now. I expect things to gradually get bigger and bigger and better and bring in even bigger artists. That's my goal.
Now, I've had an opportunity to catch Mr. Stacy Mitchhart before in his show. I mean, he's absolutely spectacular. Yes.
When he watches it, his name is Stacy Mitchhart.
I'm sorry, Stacy Mitchhart. My bad. So Stacy Mitchhart, I mean, I love when he does the Sarah song.
That's my favorite.
He's going to do tonight, right? He's going to do Sarah? Okay.
Yes.
Oh.
I have it on the paycheck. Sarah Smile.
Written on the paycheck, Sarah Smile. And keep on there, walk around Simakula when he does that one too.
I'll make sure I get that in.
So, Mr. Garner, what do you see as the future for Bread Entertainment? I mean, you've really come quite far in regards to bringing acts here. So what is it that you have planned for the future in regards to bringing jazz to Louisville?
Well, like November 2nd, our next show, we have the great Walter Beasley, and that'll by far be the largest act that I've brought in. And hopefully, and also, we didn't mention earlier, I have my own house band, the Bread Entertainment Band, and they will have an opportunity to play to back up Mr. Beasley. And hopefully, when they show they know their stuff really well, Beasley will go back and tell some of his friends, the Gerald Albrights and the Patrice Russians, that the Bread Entertainment Band is great because I want to bring them in. And hopefully my band could back them up and bring them in. Oh, so that's how we plan to grow.
Okay, wow. I mean, you're just taking off like a rocket, and hopefully, you know, Louisville Gospel have an opportunity to kind of hang on to your little shirt tails there as you grow.
I really appreciate LGTV. They've been there from the beginning, and they will always be a part of it. Your Bread Entertainment and LGTV will always be just like that.
Yeah. definitely.